Mushroom whiskey. Sounds crazy, right? It's mapley, it's oaky, it's woody, it's a little mushroomy, but it's still very bourbony. All you need is mushrooms and one of your favorite whiskeys, bourbons, rye, and a little technique. You'll end up not only with a really nice mushroom whiskey that you can use in cocktails, but you can use in deglazing sauces. You'll also end up with whiskey mushrooms that you can put in the sauce. It's whiskey plus mushrooms. It's pretty freaking good. Yum. Pretty much every time you use mushrooms, you gotta wash them. I do equal parts whiskey and fresh mushrooms. Seems like a lot, but mushrooms are like 95% water, you know? And we're gonna get rid of the plain water, concentrate the flavor, fill it with whiskey water. The fifth is 750, so we're gonna do 750 mushrooms. Bada 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 bada. 760, 730, 760, we'll go 730. To the sink. All right, here we go, Con. First, fill a bowl with water, in we go. Anything sandy, anything heavy is gonna sink to the bottom. There you go, done. All right, any flavor infusion is usually about surface area, so maximizing surface area. We're gonna start going through these mushrooms and slicing them on a mandolin. ChefSteps has videos on how to use a mandolin, how to not slice your hand off. You probably could chop them up, but I feel like when you chop them up, you don't get a good caramelization, and then you get this like sticky powder that sticks to the paper. So these you can bake and get a little bit of caramelization, and they peel off the paper. You know, thin mushrooms with some caramelization on them is gonna be enough extraction for us. All right, one more to go. Clean, fresh, thin mushrooms. They smell really good, but we're gonna go for a deeper aroma to the oven. Again, you'll notice no salt, no oil, don't put anything on them. Totally not necessary. Ta-da! We're ready! Da-da-da-da-da-da! TV time vision. Would I dry these mushrooms to just to where they're like, you know, this chewy, leathery? The first couple times I tried this, I dried them too much thinking there's gonna be more flavor, but I steeped them in the whiskey and I couldn't get the whiskey back out of the mushroom. You know, it was like pressing it and squeezing it, and I lost probably half the yield. From here, get your mushrooms, make them behave. So these guys are ready for steeping. I'll weigh them. I'm gonna throw these on the scale and I'll give you a weight because they went in 750 grams. So I'm just curious now. 190, probably 200 because I'm not scraping every little piece off. So from 750 to 190 grams mushrooms. And again, what I'm looking for is kind of this like soft, leathery texture. You'll just get a better yield, I found. You can do a lot with these, you know? These are really concentrated and ready to go for a gravy, a sauce, any type of yummy infusion. But we're making mushroom whiskey right now. Even though we have roasted mushrooms and booze, that's pretty strong, 40% alcohol, it could still ferment because there's all sorts of other things going on in here that we don't know about. So what I've had to do is pasteurize it. So I fill the jars with the mushrooms. So mushrooms go in, and then booze goes in. I'm gonna put half in each jar, but if you have a half-gallon mason jar, big jar, you can put it all in one. So that's one. So put the rest in the other guy. Glug, 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 glug. Lid goes on. Same thing anytime you're doing canning stuff. Don't crank the lid too much. You could blow up the jar. Give it a little swisheroo. Swisheroo. So you want to go finger tight. Finger tight. Then we're going to basically cook them in a bane, pasteurize them in a bane. So I'm going to fill this guy with water, put it on the stove. This part's boring. Jars go in, temperature goes up, and that's it. And I go until the jars are bubbling and they're boiling in there. Uh-oh. Oh, was that the jar? Okay, good. Sometimes that sounds like a crack sound, but I think that was just the lid sound. So we're gonna heat these guys up until they're bubbling nice and good. If I keep these guys in the boiling pot of water and they keep boiling like this on the inside, what's really happening is the really light volatiles like ethanol and even some of the butyl alcohol and all that sort of stuff is coming out of the jar of the seal. You can smell it. So if you want it to stay boozy, you don't want that to happen. So you just need to heat it up to where it's boiling, and it is boiling at a slightly lower temperature too than water just because it's alcohol. But we're heated up enough. You don't touch it from here Nothing's gonna grow and be funky. It won't ferment on you. And you just let it sit on the counter until tomorrow. So these are done, ready to hang out. So these guys sat overnight. And from here, we're gonna strain them. And that's mushroom whiskey. I'm gonna strain this. That's a good seal. It's like a new can of tennis balls. Oh my gosh. We're just gonna go back into our jar. I'll give this a little press. Watch, I'm gonna do this. Blub, 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 blub. This guy can go. That doesn't look like a very good garnish to me. Looks like bleh. But they're really, really yummy. So first thing I wanna do for this guy is see if I can squeeze out any more whiskey, you know, a little bit. And if you want, you could throw this in cheesecloth. You could really press it. You could squeeze it real good. But what I've done is just keep these mushrooms. These will last for like ever in the fridge. So I just put these in the fridge and I'll make a gravy, a sauce, put them on a steak. They're crazy, crazy good. Now I'm gonna make a little old fashioned. I think the old fashioned holds the mushroom flavor because it's mostly just the bourbon or the mushroom whiskey. Vasa, a maple syrup. Angostura, then stir. Nice big fat orange peel. This one's gonna be for Sasha, I think. All right. See what you think of this one.
Well, that's nice.
See, the mushroom comes out in a much more like round, mapley, bourbony way.
You get the sweetness up front and then that mushroom comes
Yeah.
in. It's really, really
Yeah.
nice.
All right. Mushroom whiskey, it's already half gone. That's how good it is, okay? It's really, really easy to make. It's just fun, it's different. This is one of those classics, I would say, from a ChefSteps perspective. That's why I do it, just because it's different, it's delicious, it's really fun, it's really interesting. Gets your creative mind thinking in a different way. You get all this mapley, umami, savoriness from mushrooms, but it also brings like a brown sugar, woody maple flavor, which is really complementary to a standard whiskey, I think. Check it out, give it a try, get the full recipe on ChefSteps, plus a ton of other cocktail recipes we have at ChefSteps. That's our mushroom whiskey. And this is our mushroom old fashioned. That's good. Yum. Lunchtime.
Subscribe to our channel and visit chefsteps.com for more tips, recipes, guides, and tools to help you level up in the kitchen.